Someone once told me that your skill level as a craftsman is measured in your ability to fix mistakes. That doesn't always help ease the frustration of the moment you screw up though. It does, however, bring up past fixes from your archive as you frantically search for solutions, and it stores new instances in the archive for future fixes, followed by an exclamation point for your current self to mind as you complete the current fix. So this morning I walked out into the garage, our brand new space. If you saw last week, we've been renovating this carport, turning it into our brand new workshop, and realized that I made a really big mistake. Because when I looked down at the floor, it looked almost wet, and then I looked at the baseboards and they were warped and peeling and looking like they were about to fall apart. So clearly a massive mistake has been made. The good news is I had a fix sitting in my archive for this very problem. It came from some tidbit of a YouTube video talking about the reason concrete floors can sweat. I don't recall the channel or even the video in which I saw this, but I do vividly remember a middle-aged man going on and on about temperature differences between subfloors and the ambient air. He compared this phenomenon to taking a cold drink outside and having the walls of the cup suddenly turn into a river of condensation. I thought I used screws, but I didn't. I used nails. I don't have the things that I need here, which is the most frustrating part about, building this thing out too, is that all our tools are elsewhere. It's funny and ironic because we're building a workshop, but we don't have all of our tools. So I'm just gonna sleep on this because I am so frustrated that it happened, and get the proper tools tomorrow so that I don't further mess anything else up. The solution is quite simple actually. All you need is a koozie for your drink and the condensation stops. The koozie keeps the warm air from touching the surface of the cold cup and therefore eliminates the condensation. Our problem is much the same. We need a giant koozie for our garage floor. Or in construction terms, we need a floor. There are of course other factors of possible solutions like controlling the ambient air temperature within the garage, but for the foolproof solution, it's definitely a giant koozie. The good news is that we had planned on doing some type of floor covering, but due to budget restrictions and being just in general indecisive, we pushed this off for the future. For now, we will cover half the flooring in a rubber gym-like flooring and do the other half at a later date. This is partially again due to budget restrictions, but also because we cleared the shelves of our local Home Depot and the rest are going to have to be shipped in. After 6+ years of concrete shop floors, I'm looking forward to this immensely. Now that I think of it, it's kind of nice the moisture problem happened and pushed this up the ladder. I tried to use double stick tape to tape these down to the floor at first, but I quickly realized that I was going to run out of tape and I didn't have much confidence in this method. Switching to taping the rolls together from the undersides was a breeze, until it came time to flip it back over. Now let's flip end over end. That is not gonna happen.
Alright, so taco it is.
Who knew 500 pounds of floppy rubber taped together would put up this much of a fight? All I can say is I'm glad Molly came to help, because there are points in projects like these where the once perfect room temperature rapidly turns into a sauna and sends you hurtling towards your breaking point. Eventually we conquered the massive koozie and managed to huff it into place. All that's left is to install the new baseboards, which I upgraded to solid pine this time around, do a little bit of caulking, and touch up paint. As I wrap this fix up, I wanted to touch on why and how we got here. These are the types of weeks that throw us for a loop, and making a new project becomes exhausting. Earlier this week, while on a solo bike ride, I asked myself a simple question. Why is it that I don't see a video or a piece of content in this frustrating, real-life moment of being a DIYer? Like, why is it that I feel that there has to be some elaborate, massive project for worthy content to be created? So this video is an exercise to squash my perfectionism and allow myself to bring in real elements. It's crazy that a seemingly meaningless tidbit from a YouTube video would be my saving grace years later. It brings a new perspective on how and why we create these videos. All I can say is, after creating this video, I hope that our videos one day will make it into your archives and you can pull them out to help you do a fix or have a solution to a problem. I guess that'll do it for this video, and I'll see you guys next week. But please do comment down below and tell me what you think about this different style of video.